Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. Ask and you shall receive. I've been saying for a while I think that we need more evolutions. EA were promising us once a week that we'd get a new one. They've given us two. I made a video yesterday complaining about lack of evolutions. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the new evolutions EA have finally given us. Pacey Winger and Bruiser Wingback. So we get 2 weeks for these. My guess is that there's a chance we might get some more when the Golden Globe disappears. But other than that, in 2 weeks when these disappear, we'll probably get 2 more evolutions, I believe. So in this video, I'm going to look at them, see what I think of them, and then of course we will look at some players that you can actually use. We'll use a website like FootGG where we can see some examples of players you can actually use for these. So the free one that anyone can do is Bruiser Wingback. Gives you high defensive work rate. That's interesting that they're doing it so you can actually upgrade the work rate. It gives you 10 physical, 10 defending, 5 dribbling, 3 passing. How much pace? Only 3 pace, not the best. But 10 physical, 10 defending, 5 passing, 5 dribbling, defensive work rate high, and playstyle Bruiser. That's pretty nice. I quite like that. I think that's a fairly decent one. You have to play 7 matches in the Ultimate Team Friendly Evo Lounge. That's quite a few. You have to play at least 5 squad battles, rivals champs. You have to get 5 assists, but that's easy to do in squad battles. Then you're gonna have to do 10 matches in Evo Lounge overall. That's quite a lot. 5 goals using your Evo player. Again, assist 5. So you're gonna overall to do is you're gonna have to assist 10 goals, play 10 matches in the Evo Lounge, and win 10 squad battle, rival, or champs matches. That is quite a lot, but I don't mind grindable content for free cards and stuff. I genuinely think that is fairly good. 10 physical, 10 defending. Bruiser's a very good play style, allows them to win 50-50. That would be very nice. It's a little bit of shame that the max overall is 74, so you're not going to be able to do this on any gold. It'd have been nice to see. This is a +9 though. It'd have been nice to see that if you could have done this on players who were like, I would have liked to see you could do it on like up to like a 78, 79 gold and get to like an 85, 86. But EA are trying to clearly limit the curve that you can do with these. So let's look like what you would do to him. So we'll preview him. Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. It would turn him into like... Is this both versions or... So he'd get a big upgrade. You can see Bruiser's now in green. He already has high defensive work rate. He wouldn't be a good example of to do this on. But once we've looked at Pacey Winger, we will also look at the options on a website like FootGG. Go through them all. Pacey Winger is the one that cost. So the last one we had was Relentless Winger. That gave Relentless and a pretty good upgrade. This one now is given Rapid and Quick Step. 2 very, very good play styles. To do this, you need to assist 4 goals in squad battles, rivals, or champs. You need to score 4 goals in squad battles, rivals, or champs. You need to win 12 squad battle, rival, or champ matches. And you have to win 8 rival or champs matches. I don't like that because rivals and champs are very sweaty as it is. And you have to actually go and win a game. You can just sub them off, I guess, to be fair. But I don't feel like you should be forced into having to do that. The upgrade you're going to get is 4 pace. 8 pace. That's a lot of pace. How much passing? 8 pace, 4 passing, 4 physical, 4 dribbling, and 3 shooting. But the big one really is rapid and quick step. 8 pace, rapid and quick step is very good. So it's going to be interesting to see some of the options that you can get with this. The max pace you can get though is 85 pace. So if anyone's got more than 85 pace, you're not going to be able to upgrade it past a point. So the max you're going to be able to do really is 93 pace. There's probably going to be some very good options for this though. The dribbling upgrades 4, so the max dribbling they're going to have afterwards is 89. And you're also limited by the physical, but I think this one could be a very good option. Obviously, we're going to have a look and see some of the options on FUTGG because this only shows the players I've got. Jessica Silva, though, that I've got in my club, looks an interesting one. She'd be 5-star, 4-star. With a hunter, you'd get her to 98 pace. She'd have high finishing. Her passing's not bad. She'd be amazing on the ball. Links to someone like Di Maria as well. And then would have very good play style. So that'd be an example of an option. But I guess you have to consider with this, is the card going to be worth 50k? 50k coins or 1,000 points? That is quite a lot to ask for, to be honest. Let's go to FUTGG and we'll have a look at some of the best options. A quick one before we do that. We'll have a little look at the SBCs that got released today. Marquee matchups. Is there another 84? Fair enough. Dynamic duos. So 2 SBCs here. 84 twice. It's not even letting me see them. I mean, they look decent, but we'll look at them another time properly. Let's go to FUTGG to have a look at the best options for these evolutions. Okay, here we are on the FUTGG website. We are going to be looking at some of the potential options we can use. We're going to start with Bruiser wingback. So you can see it. You can see how it looks in general. You can only get free pace, but max 85 pace to start. So I'm going to start off by looking at pace. I want my pace to be 80 plus. I think that means they'd have 83 pace then with the Bruiser, and I think we want to look for good options there. Obviously, as well, one important thing I would say, try go for players who are going to give you good chemistry links. Chemistry is important. Look for weak foot and look for good all-round stats in general. Weir definitely looks like a potential option. So, Georgie Weir's son, I think, Timothy Weir. So, that's how he would look if you gave him this. 3-star is fine at fullback. His passing's usable. Physical is pretty good. He'd be quick. He'd have quick step. Travella. Bruiser would be very nice on him. You can look with a shadow. He'd have 96 pace. He's American as well. That's a pretty good link. Juve. Serie A. Very good on the ball. Solid defending. That is a very good fullback to have for effectively free. Obviously, it depends how much he'd cost. Price isn't up there right now, but he looks pretty good. One I saw was Wilson Manafa, Portuguese, plays in La Liga. He'd have solid physical, very good on the ball. With shadow, very high pace. That's a pretty good option. Max Aarons from Bournemouth, is it? So, decent pace. That's pretty good. Very good on the ball. That physical is very nice. Quick step, bruiser, rapid. His passing's not the best, but I think he looks a pretty good option for free as well, in terms of the fullback. Just looking for some other good options. This guy doesn't look too bad, but he's playing the Championship. There might be some options that look great, like this guy here. Looks like he'd be brilliant, but obviously, is he going to load? I think a lot of people are using these websites at the moment, so the connection's not the best. We'll try to load a few others. Come on, FUTGG. Let's look at FUT, we'll see their options. Evolutions. View eligible players. Is there a filter on here yet? I think FUT has a filter as well. To be fair, we'll sort by pace. I wish you could make this a bit bigger. Okay, this has gone up. So, evolutions. Bruiser wingback. I guess I try to do it soon. When I try to do this as soon as it comes out, it is going to have issues with these websites being overloaded, to be fair. The filter thing on there is just not working. Not working. Well, that guy looks very good anyway in terms of high physical, high pace. Just how would you ever link him in? Is there any other good ones here? That guy looks like he could be decent. MLS. What's his card like? 5-star weak for on this dude as well. He'd be pretty decent overall, I imagine. And once you start getting down these, you're probably running out of pretty good options, simply put. The problem you're going to have is they're just going to have a lot less stats in general. Vitinho here. These websites, I've never seen them this slow. This shows how much hype there is, honestly, for people doing these evolutions, that people are looking at these, really want to get them done. Okay, look at him. Brazilian Prem, plays for Burnley. Very good defending. Not defending, dribbling. It says 79, but the agility, bounce, dribbling are good. Defending's usable. Be fairly quick. With Bruiser, has technical. He's a pretty good option for a free one. So some of the best ones we've seen, really. We've got Vitinho. This guy here looks decent. That's not working. Is it even going to work when we go to evolutions? Yep. So eligible players. Use my custom filter again of pace. 80. Who else was it we looked at? That guy there looks potentially decent as well. Weir probably looks the best that I've seen. Max Aarons and Wilson Manafa. So Weir, Aarons and Manafa would probably be my 3 favourites for that. We'll go look at the Pacey Winger next. Okay, we're here on the Pacey Winger one. I wanted to use a filter, but the websites are just, the filters aren't working right now. They're just being overloaded. So it's very hard to get anywhere, to be honest, on these websites. But we're going to make the best we can. We're just going to look at some good options and go through them. So Malcolm, with evolution, he's going to have really high pace, good shot, good passing, really good dribbling. He is Saudi League, which is pretty good, but 4-3 is pretty good card, pretty good option. Lucas Vasquez, he could be decent. He's 4-4, good play styles. He would be a very good right back. The problem I'd say, though, is he better than Llorente? I honestly feel like these paid evolutions right now just aren't worth it, unless there's someone who absolutely stands out, which generally there isn't going to be, because 50k coins is very unlikely you're going to get someone better from this. She looks pretty good, though. 4-star, 5-star, Spanish female league. There's some very good players in that league. Dribbling's 90, very high pace. With a hunter, she's near maxed out. That is a pretty decent card. Alicia Lehman, she's going to be very popular. 3-star, 4-star, it's not bad. With a hunter, she's not bad, but I don't think that card's particularly great. She's definitely not one of the best in terms of how she looks afterwards. Politano could be decent. Kubo, let's have a look at him. He's obviously got the player of the month, but doing this rubbish where it doesn't load again. Wait for him to load. None of these particularly are standing out to me, to be honest. Strong link to Kundanandri. Pulisic, let's have a look at him. This is the Kubo. He'd have maxed out acceleration. That's pretty nice. With Deadeye, that card looks pretty good. Very good on the ball. He probably already has some of those, though, but that's a pretty decent card. Let's look at Pulisic. Pulisic, very good dribbling. He looks good. He looks pretty good to me. Again, the problem you're going to have, though, is he worth 50k? To me, I'm not seeing this and thinking these cards look like they're going to be worth it. I think once we get past these, you're starting to look at, are they going to be worth it at all in terms of they're just not going to have enough stats. Jessica Silva, if you could put her into that and then this, she looks pretty good. Shame we don't get a weak foot, but that's a pretty great card. The Hunter looks very good. But again, links. Castagna, you'd be looking at playing him as a right back more so, but he could be decent. But once we go past here, I'm just not seeing that there's probably going to be anyone that stands out. Pedro Neto could be okay. But for me, these paid playstyles just aren't good enough right now. I don't think there's anyone in this who stands out. That there's some good ones, but I don't think there's anyone that stands out of these that I'm like, yes, you should do them. Fatty was very, very good, and I think he was pretty good on the Relentless Winger one. But this, there's not anyone that I would pay 50,000 coins or 1,000 FIFA points for. The Bruiser fullback, pretty good. Some good options that you could use in there to get chemistry for different players, and they're very good and cheap and free. Maybe there's a player you really like in here that you want to upgrade. That is a good option. But for me, they're not worth it as a neutral unless there's a player you really love. Hopefully this video has helped you out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. Hopefully EA keep doing these evolutions and start to give us more better ones. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.